Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Distinguished faculty, honored guests, families, friends, and fellow graduates, welcome. And thank you for being here with us today. My name is Nadya Zahra from English Language Education Study Program, and I'm humbled to stand before you today to represent one of the many voices of graduating class of 2022. As someone who feels like she didn't know what she was doing over these past 4 years, someone who even trembled when she is speaking to lecturers or older people, let alone to thousands of people in this room, I feel like probably I am the last person who should be up here at this podium delivering a speech on behalf of my fellow graduates. 4 years we've been through this together, or maybe 3.5, or more than 5 years. I don't know which one of you. Still, it doesn't matter. We all together have been part of this green campus as a family in a state university which many of the high schoolers wants to get in, but we want to get it out as soon as possible. Am I right? Hopefully you don't take it the wrong way. I can still recall that experience when I was one of those high schoolers who's longing so much to become a part of this green campus. Back then, I almost lost my faith. I have failed twice in the national test for the university's entrance. Yes, twice a failure is quite a big deal for me. I couldn't even count how many tears I have produced at that moment. It could probably make our campus get flooded again. No offense. But then, after lots of supports and some handy helps from my parents and senior high school fellows, I decided to take the test. So, there was I, taking a test on that day, which felt more like a life or death situation for me. I was so stressed that day. However, after that, I decided to take a tour around the campus to see every corner of the campus. It was then when I see the scenery in front of our beloved Plaza UNJ. It was totally amazing. I was speechless. I loved the view on the first sight. I just love how perfectly the two buildings of Gedung Raden Ajeng Kartini and Raden Dewi Sartika Tower menacing me, and in between them stood the iconic Plaza UNJ. Just that simple moment gave me a fluid of relief and a spark of hope that somehow I believe I will be able to be the part of this campus. And thankfully, my wish has come true. Speaking of being a full-timer university student, I believe you guys have your own many stories. All the whinings and tears, it's not a big deal. Everyone feels it too. But I believe there is one exact moment that we all remembered back on the beginning of 2020. Exactly, the coronavirus outbreak. Not even 2 weeks since the beginning of the new semester, the government announced a policy of physical distancing that people may not come outside the house unless for a very important matter. Everything since that day has changed the course of our lives. We may still recall how we'll have to struggle to finish our tons of assignments. We missed our friends very much. We couldn't also meet them face to face again. Almost every single thing regarding our daily lives went online. It could also be a rough times for those who had to spend their days isolated in their dorms, far away from their families and acquaintances, not to mention their financial burdens as well. But then, departed from those two stories, I would like all of us to take a reminiscence of these moments. Anyway, have you ever heard of a novel titled Nanti Kita Cerita Tentang Hari Ini? In English, we can translate it into One Day We'll Talk About Today. And that is the exact sentence that I often repeat over and over again during hard times. Every struggles we give, every hardships we have to get through during these past 4 years will one day become one of the most memorable stories of our lives. And today, right now, we are remembering those moments as an inseparable part of our daily lives. Perhaps it is also safe to say that one day we will also talk about today, about us getting our way of our beloved campus, ready to set off the right path. Lastly, I would also like to quote one of my favorite statements from the same novel. Pulang jadi kata paling nyaman setelah proses pencarian panjang. To be home again become the most comforting words after long findings. Let's go back to our beloved homes after this, after a long time seeking for wisdom, after building up relationships, and spread the knowledge and skills we have acquired from this our beloved campus for the sake of human beings. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.